Agree? Okay. Well, I think Razor in a trial lanes we've seen Razor in trial lanes all day.
Yeah.
Yesterday when the OD is dodging the Razor in the safe lane, so that could be a possibility as well.
10
I think the
seconds
LG team
remaining.
is taking so long with the Earthshaker pick because they were looking for Earthshaker pick. Because I think they're ooh, never mind. Okay, so this is gonna be
Lego.
DD's hero. He's gonna be playing Doom. LG as of late has been selecting a lot of junglers, and the reason, well, from all the Dota research I've done, it seems like all the junglers that they have selected is basically they're saying, hey, one of our cores are not gonna be farming too well because he's either predominantly ganking or predominantly looking for team fights or initiating. So, for example, they would like to pick Enigma with the Clockwork. Clockwork initiates and dies. Chaos Knight initiates. He's not gonna be a one row carry. He initiates and perhaps dies in the middle of the team fight. So you need something else to kind of carry you over. They really like their 3 core, and the third core in this case probably is gonna be DD's Doombringer.
All right. Well, this is something DK with an offensive tri lane will actually. I mean, you mentioned shut down the Wisp. Well, considering it's on a tri lane at bottom for LGD, without a doubt, we're looking towards that offensive tri lane. I'd say.
Oh, well, hold on, guys. Before any shenanigans goes on.
No more. Lumi 2-inch penis has added you to Steam
Not
friends.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Too low. Too slow, guys.
Too slow.
You had your moment to shine. But we'll introduce our two teams. Our opening match here, one of the most exciting matchups you can have with the new DK roster. It's going to be Team DK versus LGD. Over on the Radiant side, we're going to see Zhao Chuji or Rabbit playing the Chaos Knight. DDC on the Wisp. We've got Yao playing the Dark Team, most likely going to go to the offlane. DD on the Jungle Doom. And then
This
finally,
is scary as hell. It's the Fissure's
Yao
gonna
went
hit.
OD.
Fissure that's gonna hit Perfect World Server, as well as Lamb's Fissure. Off the mark, and there goes first blood. Man, if they got Fissure and Impale, well,
they needed to block him, like get the fissure like this, so he couldn't actually get into that little escape path.
I don't see anything.
All right, hopefully,
30
Jared.
Do your job.
Doesn't seem to.
Get off this damn BS VPN now.
Me, go work. I'm on.
Holy shit.
battle begins.
There we go. We're good to go, Lumi.
Okay, well I shut
You
down
get
those.
you get to roam around and have some fun now. Browse Reddit while instead of having to control camera. Team DK, they're over on the Dive side. We've got Ice playing the off-lane tri-lane Razor. It looks like MMY going to be playing on the Visage, and then Earthshaker in the hands of Lam, and then mid lane Mushi is going to be playing Nixon. This is a dual lane mid, so with CK is going to be up against the Nixon. That leaves safe lane farming Burning, it looks like. Yeah, Burning actually 1v1 against an OD here, so a lot of mind games going on as far as these lanes are concerned.
Okay. I have to say before we kind of get on the cast that HUD is god awful. Just throwing that out. Since we're not casting a replay.
Yeah.
My audio's not on.
Sorry.
In-game
Need to
audio?
reconnect Lumi. Get some in-game audio. These perfect world server curses continuing to plague us, unfortunately.
Alright, so we do see that CK miss matchup. We don't see the level 1 disconnect of the trees and pulls and whatnot, which definitely could just own Nyx Assassin all day long. But yeah, it's okay, because Xiao Juji's gonna see us just fine. Seems like Earthshaker is going by to make sure that there's no dive going on against Nyx Assassin.
See, but this is in the Dark Seer's safe lane, so by putting the OD top, it looks like DK are going to bring a support top. They bring MMY top, but there's actually a gank coming. This is DDC with an early gank. He was looking for a stomp there on Burning.
How did he come from?
Was he
Was
in
he
the
offensive jungling?
I don't know. This is some next level tactics coming in from DD here.
Well, you could call it next level, but it's not working either, so I think we go back to my camera now.
Lumi. All right,
Okay,
we're back with you, Lumi. That's probably they'll make sure our Dota TV sounds are actually our Dota 2 sounds are actually.
Oh,
synced
sorry,
with
I
the
didn't even realize there's an observer here preventing a block, so they definitely are aware of that. But they being DK, but it seems like LGD didn't even go for it, which I find somewhat strange. But in any case, mid lane matchup. Oh God, please, not during DK LGD, guys. God damn it.
More perfect world server shenanigans.
Is this just perfect world server, or is this my computer? Because your computer is fine.
Yeah. Sometimes there's different connections to the perfect world server itself. Like one person will have a there's been times where just this computer was lagging even without the VPN problem. But luckily we've got a video source for both these computers, so we may use mine. Right now the audio maybe not synced up. Mushi the mid lane is going to get jumped on though. He's already used the carapace and looks like he's going to be just fine. He's got his fast bottle. It's going to be flying out in just a second, so he can bottle Crow as needed. looks like he's even got a magic stick, which is actually a pretty nice item against with CK. Having the insta heal when you're maybe being initiated on does help a lot.
What the hell are these lane switches coming in now? Looks like Razor's gonna be matched up against OD on the bot lane, and Darkseid's finally gonna go back up top. Not before staying high in the mid lane. So.
Yeah. I think OD realized as soon as the supports rotated top, he didn't want to stay there because Gyrocopter plus supports is not a matchup he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there is Astral Imprisonment. They could dodge a ton of that Rocket Barrage, but at the same time, right clicks alone will kind of harass him out of the lane. Pale's going to fly through in the mid lane. It's going to clip the EDC for a little bit of harass.
Yep.
Overall, I want to say LGD favorite lanes. Just coming out of draft, I feel like they have easier and more versatile heroes, so they can rotate a lot easier as well.
Do we have DOTA2 sounds, Jarrett, by the way? Okay. Well, there's going to be initiation on mid lane. Mushi, Vision maybe going to save his life. Not going to be the case. Iron Shell comes out. First Blood goes away of LGD. If you want to switch back to Lumi's computer, I'll get the DOTA2 sounds fixed on mine. And we'll hopefully... Alright, well, we'll get things sorted out in a second, guys, to make sure these Perfect World server curse does not continue to plague us. But right now, we haven't missed any kills, Lumi. I'm doing good so far.
Okay.
How do you rate my camera work out of 10?
Well, better than mine yesterday, where I missed Sexy Bamble's 28 kills. When I say 28, I mean like 3.
Hey, he went beyond godlike.
He did.
He
And
was
then
10-0
again,
at like
yeah.
15 minutes.
I caught 3 of those kills.
Rotation. Well, Lam's spending a lot of time. He was actually there for the fissure, like when Mushi got initiated on, but Mushi was... There's no real getting away from the Whisk CK with an Iron Shell as well. Top lane. Looks like there's some pressure on this tier 1 tower and still having problems. Are you still on the VPN, by the way, or is this...
No, I don't know even how to get off it. It says
Okay.
VPN's disconnected,
top tower
so...
is under attack.
Well, we've got some...
Initiation going on the bot lane here. It's going to be a stun on Ice but Ice is going to turn around here against DDC. He's dropping quick. Can we get a couple more right clicks off?
He's got boots. He could almost go for this one. It looks like he decides not to. The bottle HP regen.
Oh, DDC while turning back in. The 3 seconds on this time here. And I do believe Ice is going to go down to maybe one more Reality Rift. No Reality Rift.
Decides not to go. He doesn't have mana for Reality Rift and Chaos Bolt, so wouldn't be able to get that kill necessarily. But alright, well. Ice forced back to base. He's playing that offlane Razor, and he's actually topping this DS shots right now. DK, somehow with these mind games and lane sub, have ended up on top as far as actual farm goes.
Yeah.
No one on this Radiant team is farming well.
Well, back in the mid lane here, it looks like Xiao is going to go down. I'm not sure why he's staying with such low HP, but Ushi says okay. I'll just impale Mana Burn.
We can
Alright.
go for you.
No, that's just Xiao not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Not part of the script.
Not part of the script. Maybe it is, you know. Xiao 2G still on the bot lane farming away. He's going looking for the power treads, and once he does have the power tread with tether movement speed, he's going to be very, very fast, and faster than just about anything else.
I feel he should have got a Magic Stick early on. Like Razor's using Static Link a bit in the Plasma field. Magic Stick on CK helps your mana problems a lot early on.
Well, he was on the mid lane here, and to be honest, he has a wisp on a bottle, so I don't think mana is actually an issue.
Yeah.
Vision's completely whiffed. The damage actually drained from the Doombringer. I'm not sure why he's chasing. He's looking for a little bit backup.
Buying time for OD.
Time is boxed. There's a double damage being
Tether
taken,
stun.
and there's a 2-second stun. And well, it looks like everybody has made a rotation, and they did get that 1 kill.
I was about to say, if he'd used that double damage rune, I would have just laughed, because he would still have 0 damage. How sad is that? You pop a double damage rune, and you have 0 damage.
Now he is going to pop it afterwards, where he will have plus 72.
Alright. Well, so far, so good for LGD China, I'd say. They do lose. They have lost one hero, the middle OD against Mushi, how they, in a very unexpected way, which shouldn't happen. But I feel all in all, LGD are getting a decent amount out of these lanes, albeit it is DK farming a good amount.
Okay, it's on my camera now, so if you want to switch your audios, this is the time to go for it. Before inevitably my Perfect World server decides to F up.
The curse will come back, just you wait.
Okay, let's actually look at how we're doing in terms of the game. It's slightly goal lead for LGD, nothing too much to actually say about. Mushi on the mid lane here, Vendetta back in, but obviously Xiao sees it coming with Central Ward. He can't really play with his fire too much because there is an Earthshaker on the back line. He can just easily fissure from across the ledge. 1300 cast range is that spell. So, it looks like Sentry D Ward can come out. Ooh, not if Xiao D Ward's at 4. No? Not gonna go for it. I'm surprised that he didn't go for the D Ward first.
Well, not going to be the case. As alright, we're good. We've got a proper backup plan in place now, Lumi.
Okay.
Now, fumbles and foes in this game 1. It doesn't seem to be anything other than the Perfect World servers. As
Blame the Chinese when shit goes wrong.
It's good. It's like we can flame them on stream as well because they don't watch, they don't listen to us.
I thought you just convinced me yesterday that they do.
They do sometimes.
Okay.
I'm okay. Well, the players don't.
Radiant's
But,
top tower
I
is
don't.
under
I'm
attack.
scared of Ace. Okay.
Okay.
Ace scare me.
Mushi going for runes.
He's got no mana. He can't even pop a Carapace. Even with a magic, he's got 13 mana pool right now.
Yeah.
He just straight up dies. He's not getting any
There's
mana.
a haste rune, and I can't see shit, so it's up to you.
Yeah, he's getting his mana pull back in a second or two, but he's going to be brought down. Yao with an Iron Shell. Oh, Mushi. Sanity's Eclipse gets popped by the OD. OD maybe going to take a fall. He's up to 60 HP, but the Familiars dropping to the ground, almost stunned to help bring down the OD, but haste rune on Earthshaker. Can he actually find this OD? OD's got HP already, so Random needs to be careful here. Haste rune still has plenty of duration left, so he's going to be okay. But alright, Lumi's out of action. Got to rely on my camera. I'm 4 for 4 so far.
I'm sick and disgusted.
Radiant's top
perfect world
tower
server.
is under attack.
Alright, well. I get confused because we don't have sound.
Radiant
But
structures are
viewers
fortified.
in the stream should have sound now. Thumbs up. Alright. You guys are good. We're not. Lumi and I always get very disoriented casting games when I can't hear what's going on.
I get disoriented when I don't have my own camera control. Oh. You gotta get off that friends.
Hands free? Oh, uh-oh. Well,
Alright.
we'll fix that in a second here.
Mushi initiating. That's gonna be a one-man stun here on Shot 2v. Shot 2v gonna get brought down. Wuss gotta get out of there. He already used his tether, so that's his escape spell. He's gonna die to a slow assumption. So I think MNY probably should have just got out of there and not mess around and said, you know, CK's dying. But please get me off that fucking VPN bullshit.
So I'm guessing for the people in DOTA2, the audio is not better based on the current VPN status. Do apologize for that you bought a ticket, but as mentioned, any
Radiant's
of the
top
tournaments
tower
played on
is
the
under
Perfect World
attack.
servers often do have these DOTA2 audio issues, especially for us. Somehow our connection from LA is less than
Dyer's
optimal.
middle tower is under attack.
Alright, well DK, they've got themselves a kill on bottom lane. The 2
Radiant's
kills on bottom
bottom
lane. They're going to try and fold
tower
this up
is
with a
under
T1
attack.
tower now as well. 3, 4. This is their entire team. They're 5-manning bottom right now.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
All right, yeah. Right, are we okay? Are we okay on my computer? Okay. I apologize. I just feel very disoriented now. I don't know what's going on at all.
Dyer's
Smoke
middle
inquiry
tower
up top.
is under attack.
Nothing's
Radiant's
happening because
bottom
there's nobody
tower
there.
is under attack.
Well, let's
That was a
Radiant's
question about
bottom
smoking
tower
because
has
Yeah.
they
fallen.
see 5 bot. What are they exactly looking for? Teleport back?
yeah, Mushi the only one who was he's mid lane, but I guess they haven't. They spot Mushi. There's an observer board there, so
Well, they don't know if it's illusion because he's just 2 dudes standing around. You know?
Yeah.
Gotta be illusion.
there's the one in lane. He's trying to bait his illusion at the middle lane. But-
I wonder if you could astral illusions.
All right, let's try to take stock as to where we're at. We've got Wisp almost hitting level 6. Not really much difference for the two teams as far as golden experience goes. So we've got a Wisp CK who can have a relocate coming into play soon. Your OD building towards a mech, still a bit of way to go. Darkseid Yao's actually got a lot of gold, 1,700, and he doesn't have to go for a mech, so it'll be interesting to see what he goes for. And then the final hero for LGD, it's going to be a Doom who's got an early phase boots, has level 6 Doom up as well, so he can start getting more involved. And that pretty much sums up LGD.
Yeah, I'm surprised that OD actually, or Doom actually did not go for the standard arcane mech. I guess OD is going to be going for it. Yeah, OD's got that buckler. So we're going to see Doom probably do a little bit more garish of a role. Something that initiates, for example, with Stomp and things of that nature. But for now, they're going to try to defend against this tier 1 tower push. And we're burning sending front line, will the Ogre Club, as well as a Ring of Besaid is fairly tanky. Birds coming in, scouting things out, threatening for a couple stuns. There is no glyph available on the Radiant side. Here comes DD. He's walking in. The relocate's going to come through. The cooldown's going to be there as well. Ice running into the tree. He's going to be what's blowing up immediately because the cooldown. Burning, though, gets Doom. Burning's going to get brought down, but the AoE damage is a lot. There's a deny coming out here. I'm not sure who actually did it, but Doom's going to go down as well. Ice making the big plays here. And we're going to see Yao being forced back, but handily a team fight being won by DK. Coordination is there, and well,
Radiant's
LGD
middle
getting
tower
punished
is
big
under
time.
attack.
If you'd asked me, like, what play would be able to get denied like that, first name that would come to mind is Ice. This guy just, like, pulls plays like that out of his ass, and that was that was something. And this is the problem with the Wiz CK. Gyrocopter works so well against it, because as soon as you see that little relocate thing on the
He just
minimap,
called down.
he calls down, and as soon as they came in, they get hit by the first one. They can't really dodge it at all. They can't even dodge the second one, and Wiz gets blown up. CK, sure, he's a bit tankier, but even CK takes a lot of damage from that cooldown.
To me, that team fight was won by Ice. Not just for the deny, that's a really nice tactic, but if you saw how he was initiated, he got Astro right here, and instead of just running back to his team, he literally ran into these patch of trees, and that forced LG member to go into that funnel, or at least try to pick up that Razor, and that's really what called down, as well as all the AoE
Radiant's
came
top
down
tower
and did
is
rest of
under
the work.
attack.
But Burning dying in a team fight is not exactly what you want. Well, actually,
Radiant's top
who died in
tower
the team
has
fight?
fallen.
Burning did. Yeah, he got denied. He died and then got denied by Ice Ice Ice. It was the only
Did he
death
buy
on
back,
DK.
or did you just respawn it?
Just respawned, I think.
Okay.
It was
Cool.
not too long of a death. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin does get himself a kill mid lane. OD once again going down here. Nyx Assassin getting stunned up. I don't think WizDK have the damage to kill him off, and there's too much backup here. Lanham has an ultimate as well. There's your Echo Slam. Catches up Darkseer as well. Chaos Knight takes a fall. Needs to try and surge out of here. Arcane Boots in 3 seconds. We could be looking at a Fissure coming out from Lanham. There we go. Fissure gets brought down and takes out the Wisp here. DK just, well, off to a really good start here in game 1 of this 2-game series.
Yeah, I think DK is just completely outmaneuvering LGD. They're playing around supposedly with tanky and mobile heroes at the same time, but you know, they're getting outmaneuvered. DK is always moving as 4 or 5. We saw the smoke gank up top by LGD and they completely whiffed. I just feel like LGD is just not on their A game.
Yeah, too much time and effort was spent in the early game lane switches, I feel. And also just the initial laning set was
Dire's
just
bottom
so
tower
dependent on
is
what
under
DK were
attack.
doing with their lanes. Like putting OD to the off lane, having a Darkseer safe lane. I feel like if you just put a standard off lane Darkseer against the Gyrocopter, have a safe lane tri lane, have your OD mid, you're much better off if you're LGD. And that's where the last pick Doom kind of hurts them, because they couldn't just go for a standard safe lane tri lane when they picked up the Doom.
I mean, at the same time, it's not like they're it's not like they were a lot behind in terms of experience or go coming out of the lane stage. I just feel like the rotations after the lane stage hasn't been good. We saw the 4-man smoke gank up top when you saw 5 heroes of DK pushing a tier 1 tower. There's no reason to make that smoke gank. Maybe they're thinking about teleportation back and catching that person back, but that's not what happened. So I just feel like DK just are moving better with slower heroes in the mid game.
Yeah,
Back in mid lane here, it's gonna
top.
be yeah.
Wisp is dead top.
Yeah.
Alright, well, immediate TP out comes as well. And it looks like right now DK can... They've got mech up on Visage. It's flying out right now, so they can just spend more time grouped up, taking fights. Wisp CK relocate does nothing against, like, 5-man sticking and pushing. You can't relocate into 5 heroes, because that's where the AoE cooldown and Nyx Assassin Impale will just completely destroy you. You want Wisp CK to be finding solo heroes that you pick off, and that's something that DK are not going to present to them.
I mean, relocating into 5 or 3 heroes is actually, or 3 or 5 heroes is
Radiant's
actually not
top
too bad
tower is
if
under
you have the
attack.
proper initiation. I think that relies on Darkseer to run in, get a wall vacuum, and
middle
as the
tower
enemy
is
team is
under
running
attack.
away, then you get the relocate CK. And if you look at the Darkseer, he's going for the build that's somewhat being popularized by Bone 7, and then we saw Ice 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 copying it, and now it's going to be...
Radiant's top
He got this
tower
Midas
is
like
under
12
attack.
minutes into the game as well. It wasn't like it was this incredibly fast Midas.
Right, which, you know, it's okay. It's not a bad item, especially when you don't need things like a mech for a team,
Radiant's
because,
top
you know,
tower
Xiao's
has
got it.
fallen.
But, which, by the way, Xiao doesn't even have it yet, which is the reason why they're losing these team fights. I think
Dire's
this is a
middle
game to
tower
say,
is
hey,
under
man,
attack.
even though we don't need a Darkseer to get a mech, have him get a pipe instead, because there's just so much AoE damage coming out from DK that you just need as much tankability as possible.
Alright, well, DK now get themselves another Adder Tower. This lead of theirs is going to start to increase fast. 7,500 gold lead of theirs, and they're finding the kills. They're denying LGD any sort of space on the map to farm. And LGD, they've got some small things coming their way. The mech on OD is now completed. Darkseer needs to get a few more levels to probably reach a level 2 wall of replica with a few more points in the vacuum. And maybe at that point they get a bit scary, but LGD are
middle
really
tower is
don't
under
have the best
attack.
line for turning this game around and making a comeback, I feel.
Yeah, they lost choose team fight role. If you look at Xiao 2G, he's already, you know, somewhat non-existent as a hero.
Yep.
He is going to be just dying more and more as we see it. He's only level 8. Also, you know, the mech is available on Xiao 8, but the mech has been available on MOI for quite a bit, and that's your support evening the farm against a carry.
Yeah, I feel LGD just have to hope that DK give them space to just farm up more items. They need something like a BKB on the Chaos Knight. The Darkseer, you need level 11, I feel, for the maxed out vacuum combined with the wall of replica. All in all, this LGD just needs to somehow get given just time and space to farm these items, which I don't think DK are going to give them the space to farm. Mushi with a Blink Dagger is just going to get a great initiation here on the mid lane if he wants to find it.
Yeah. There is detection available, but these Century Wards, keep in mind with the nerf range, not exactly seeing a ton here. And they're, you know, Roshan's being threatened right now.
And look, Mushi knows there's very likely be sentry wards along the middle lane and that they're trying to bait him in, so he's staying up here on the cliff. He sees them, and he can blink in to initiate. So this is really smart play from Mushi, not falling into the bait that DK have, sorry, that LGD have put mid lane, he might actually snipe this Curry if he wants to.
Yeah, keep in mind that Nyx Assassin Initiate isn't about the Vendetta hit. It's about the surprise 2-man impale.
Yeah.
I think they see Mushi up on the hill
they do
because
now.
of the courier. Here comes the impale. I mean, Xiaoish should not have died here. Well, there's a self-astral. We're going to see a relocate back out. No, he's just flat out dead.
Soul Assumption finishes him off. Wall is going to be used by Yao, but Yao needs to get the hell out of there. He hasn't got Surge for a second or so. Blink, Impale comes out on DDC. Whisper looks like it's going to take a fall. Doom on Mushi, but Mushi's got full HP, and I don't think Doom can actually chase him down here. Mushi just going to stick with his team, and now it's going to switch target. Gravechill goes to the
Ooh,
Chaos
nice
Knight.
dodge here on the Echo Slam, but it doesn't matter here. There's just a ton more spells you go on him afterward. Quick GG, that's 18 minutes, and LGD just taps out.
Wow. What
Radiant's middle
what just
tower
happened?
is under attack.
What went wrong for LGD?
I mean,
I thought their draft was I thought their draft was fine.
the draft was okay. The Doom was okay. The laning stage was a little bit suspect with the OD on top, and then we had like a Doom coming to gank. That was all okay. Like LGD, they know how to play from behind, but it was mid game, and they're trying to run around with a CK looking for kills. Didn't find anything. It was Mushi being so much more efficient finding those kills. How many times do we see Mushi Vendetta out of a gank? This is a Chinese game. That should never actually happen. You should have sentry down everywhere.